Welcome to Three Insights. In about 3 minutes, I'm Drew Dinkelacker, president of MarketingAccelerator.com, where we provide chief marketing officer resources to business leaders and their marketing leaders. In May of 2020, I predicted during a 3 episode that customers will begin to choose availability over brand. Then it was safety over availability. Then it was efficiency over safety. We saw all that happen, which then morphed into how good is your business at adapting? Well, now that things are almost fully open in Ohio, I've turned to Tim Steele, a fractional CMO like myself, to share what he sees is next with prospects and customers. Tim, what do you see on the horizon?
Thanks, Drew. So even before COVID, we already saw markets changing at a hyper speed. So we were sensitive to the need for market insight and intimacy. But the pandemic has introduced a host of unknown influences in our markets. It's unprecedented. And we need to get back to the voice of the customer. It's more paramount now than ever.
Well, nothing beats a direct conversation with the customer. What's your approach to getting a handle on what has changed with them?
So we set up direct conversations, as you referenced. On behalf of our clients and with their participation, we conduct a series of day-in-the-life interviews with market witnesses, prospects, customers, and then we frame that with secondary research. That's information that's available in the public domain. But every market we find has an underground, and this is where leaders in those markets, the peers, they tend to gather and exchange ideas and then look to thought leaders. That's where the influencers tend to gather. We have one client for whom we did this process, and we discovered there was this kind of informal meeting in Silicon Valley the third Thursday of every month, and up to 100 people. And these were chief information security officers. These were kind of an elite group. It's going on all over the place.
I think that's a great insight about these influencer groups. They're just under the radar. They're kind of like they're underground. If you're lucky enough to even find them, how do you go about engaging with them?
Well, you find out through an individual, through this process. So you have to invite yourself. You have to ask them in the process, well, Derek, thank you for sharing that information. We didn't know that. So how do we get involved? Is there a facilitator? Is there a series of topics in which you're most interested? Because really what we're looking for is the opportunity to present our unique value prop. So if it's more informal and closed, then it kind of takes an invitation. If it's more formal in an association setting, there might be a facilitator. You can get a referral. But you got to invite yourself. Frankly, that's what you have to do.
Thanks, Tim. Those are some great insights. The customer's gone through a lot of change. Talk to your customers. Discover the underground influencers. Invite yourself to that table. Well, that's more than 3 nuggets, but that's okay because we like to over-deliver. I'm Drew Dinkelacker, president of MarketingAccelerator.com, providing chief marketing officer resources to business leaders and their marketing leaders. We're on your team, not your payroll.